to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Northwestern Wildcats, taking on the 16th ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. The Buckeyes will kick it away to start us off. Fielded in the end zone. It's Browning. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Northwestern's offense is on the field for the first time today. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, all power. All those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And a part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well together.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you...
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Northwestern will have to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Gets the first one of the day off and hoping he's not as busy as he was in that loss last week when he kicked it 4 times. Man, oh man, did that coverage team have its hands full. Well, not full because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. The give to the tailback. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone. The Buckeyes line it up with a 1st and goal. Back to throw, it's Galladay. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Wants to throw on 1st down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Lopez. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
Leaves it with the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Hang on, Sloopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on 3rd down. 3 From the gun, wants to pass. Bears the pressure. He'll pull it down and run. And he'll go down, but he delivered the business end of his stiff arm to that defender on the way. Northwestern ready to dial one up on first down. Give to the running back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Couldn't find a man, just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. Northwestern will send out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. I wouldn't quite call it a shank, but that's not exactly going to go on the resume reel. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Off the play fake on first down. The throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to throw. It's Galladay. Fakes the grab. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work. They'll give it to the back. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. And the Buckeyes have their offense in high gear. Looking to throw. Touchdown, Ohio State. Quick strike. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Coming out on first down with the play fake. With the catch, it's Kearney. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Behind the chains now on second and long. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Northwestern will have to punt it away. Bring it out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Makes the catch. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Off the play fake. Under fire. And the pass is incomplete, and we've wrapped up one quarter. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. Back to pass, it's Galladay. Looking for the end zone. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings... This noise is deafening, trying to keep this offense from being able to operate. To the ground with the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Second down, they'll go to the air. Pulls it in, it's Kearney. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on third down. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And this is going to be incomplete on third down.
You can just start to sense the frustration building for this offense after that incompletion. Right now, setting up fourth down. They haven't yet scored a touchdown. They just can't find a rhythm in this game. Obviously, the defense, the big reason for that. But if this offense wants a chance to win, they have got to start stringing some completions together and get this quarterback in a better rhythm.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
The Buckeyes may be leaders in the modern game, but this has an old-school, vintage Buckeye feel to it when they move the ball on the ground.
Yeah, and Ohio State's done it year after year, and it's player after player, but this university recruits at such an elite level. They find dudes, and it's easy to run the football when you've got some dudes.
He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
Well, that's disappointing for the offense because that's a play that you rep all week long in practice. You should be able to hit that one no problem. And the QB receiver couldn't come up with a completion.
Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. The Buckeyes aren't threatening on first and goal. Looking downfield, it's Galladay. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And that is the play this defense had to have. Did you look in the secondary right there? I mean, he was open, guys. Like, that would have been a touchdown, and this defense got to the quarterback, hit him as he's throwing the football, forced the errant pass, and dodged a bullet.
He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to fight another play in the red zone. It'll be third down.
That is exactly what I would tell this quarterback to do. Throw that ball away. Don't force it. Don't create a turnover down here in the red zone. We still got a few more downs to go. Nice job by the QB with the decision-making.
For the third straight play, the pass falls incomplete.
You got to love this job by the defense here in their own end. They're doing an outstanding job in coverage, reading the quarterback's eyes. Everybody's getting to their marks. They're breaking on the ball, and they forced 3 straight incompletions here with their...
They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on downs. Here's the handoff. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Just think such a big part of this offense is being physical and establishing the run game. They haven't had a lot of success offensively early in this one, and that's why right there, they're not able to get this guy going yet. That's got to change as this game goes on.
Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. Now, this offense is just stuck in the mud. They've already punted 4 times, and it's third down now. Brought down just short of the sticks on the screen pass. Northwestern will send out the punt team. Just not able to shake enough defenders and comes up a little bit short.
And I think a lot of times on third down, Reese, you bet on your guy. When you're an offensive guy, you say, okay, he's going to break a tackle, he's going to get north and south and somehow get the first down. Nice tackling by the defense, understanding where they had to get to and forcing the fourth down.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. The give from the gun. Stop just in inside the 30 at the 29. It's a 10-yard pickup and a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Might as well give it to him again. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quick handoff. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Dropping back, it's Galladay. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. And the holder will place it down on the left hash. A 47-yard try coming. And he got just enough of that one. Ready to fire from the pistol. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Back to pass. Got his man. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one. Northwestern wants to go quickly. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quickly out to the tight end. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes.
He's got it inside the 30. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening. Gonna look downfield again. It's complete. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. The Wildcats with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Caught behind the line. It's Lopez. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. He's got the back in the middle. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. To throw, it's Sapp. Bringing the heat. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Northwestern!
We needed that. They needed to punch the ball in the end zone. They needed to cut this to a 2-score game, and they needed some positive momentum. Something going well, something to point to at half to say, guys, we got a chance. That drive, they put it together. Nice job by this offense.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup today. Texas A&M rolled to victory, flexing an offensive muscle that almost reminded folks of the record-setting days of Johnny Football and Mike Evans. Gig 'em Aggies indeed. Going to be very interesting to see what the fallout from this one is, because as we know, you can't lose games in the SEC like this without some blowback.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. The biggest key there is the quarterback understanding that A, it's zone, but B, what kind of zone is it? Is it one high?
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. The Buckeyes now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Looking downfield very late in the half. Dances away. He turns it loose to the left. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. One more snap coming before halftime. Looking to throw, it's Galladay. Here's a heat. Gonna let it fly. Picked off to stop the threat. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. Northwestern will kick it off as we start the third quarter. From inside the 10, here he comes. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground to open the second half. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. Wrestled down at the 43 after getting 5.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll go to the ground. Oh, he's got some space. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. And the Buckeyes are moving quickly down the field. Send the tight end in motion. Handoff to the single back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
You see all this movement in football now, all the stemming, the defensive line, they're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt, continue to get in the backfield and make this life hard on this running.
They finally corral him, but he turns that into a big gain and a first down. The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. The give to the back. How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line? It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Just feeds the running back. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. The Buckeyes come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Ball is on the 10-yard line. They're not thinking field goal. They'll go for it on 4th and short. Trying to keep the drive alive. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. And the Buckeyes pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
So on offense, you've got to find a way to put 6 up on the board. You know that in this game, field goals may not get it done. So big-time players make big plays in big games. Who can you rely on right now to get you a touchdown?
They're going to run it. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And they take it in for 6 more points. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Makes the grab on the left. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The Wildcats in a good spot here with second and short. Under fire. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. And this crowd loves a good pass rusher in the line of Chase Young, DeBosa's Jim still wagging. The Buckeyes can get after the quarterback.
And when the crowd's going nuts like it does in the shoe, it just makes it easier to rush the pass. The snap count is silent. It's predictable. And then you pin your ears back. And that's why they've had so many great pass rushers at Ohio State.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Northwestern will have to punt it away. They'll be forced to kick for the 6th time tonight. Well, what that punt lacked in height, it made up for by being short. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O's. Off the play fake on first down. Makes the grab. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Trying play action. Trying to escape and get it himself. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. The Buckeyes with a second and short to keep this drive moving. To the air, it's Galladay. Finds the tight end. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Well, that was pretty easy for the quarterback, right? You just need a few yards to pick up that first, so you find the tight end, put it on his body, let him go do the work, and you keep the drive alive.
Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. Backed up now, here's second and long. Looking to fire. Bought a little time, lets it go. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Got his man downfield. Touchdown, Ohio State. Leaves it with the running back. At the 35, he's loose.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Looking to throw on first down. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
And you could easily argue the biggest reason this team is trailing here in the second half is because they have not been able to protect their quarterback tonight. They've already given up 5 sacks in the game, and you just saw another one right there. This offensive line is
turning it on. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. And short, looking to keep this drive moving. He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up.
They just haven't been able to get much going in this game. The defense has definitely had their number, and here they are late. You're asking yourself, why are they still running the football, trailing this much late in the game? But that's basically a microcosm of how this game has gone.
Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. They get him on the ground, but they'll move the chains. First down, Northwestern. And that can really take the wind out of a defense's sails when you convert with a fourth down completion.
Great chemistry there between the quarterback and his target. Fourth down, you got to have it. You got to be on the same page, and they were there.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
And his passing attack has not been great today. It hasn't found a way to manufacture those big plays and to scare this defense. And now, in passing situations, trailing, this is a tough spot for this offense.
Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss.
Yeah, and this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's in the fourth quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get back in.
Intercepted, and that total goes to 16. Trying to take it back. The 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Buckeyes. The defense putting points on the board. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought...
The Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out, not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
They'll back them up with a holding penalty this time. They've spent most of the day backing them up with sacks anyway. Looking to throw, it's sacked. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. Let's see if they go back to the air on second down.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light it.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And it's simply been that kind of day for this offense. They've had so many struggles. And at this point in the fourth quarter, you're trailing by a ton of points. The defense knows you're...
He hurls one deep down the left side. Hauls in the deep ball. He finally goes out of bounds after the explosive play, but now the question is, did the official see something to bring it back? This offensive line trying anything to protect the quarterback at this point. Nothing's working, and they'll back up after the holding penalty. It is third and long. Let's see what kind of arm he's got. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. Northwestern will send out the punt team. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Wants to return it. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. 3 tight ends in the formation on first and 10. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. He had to fight for a couple down to the 33.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't...
Breaks into the open. Gets it inside the 30, down to the 27, a pickup of 6. The Buckeyes are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Might be calling a hot route. Back to pass, it's Galladay. Moving away from pressure. Offenses gain momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They got it at the 25.
And how about the awareness by this guy on 3rd down, a scramble play. Everything's breaking down, but he never panics and also knows exactly where he needs to get to pick up that 1st down. It's 3rd. I can't slide early. I can't run out of bounds. I'm probably going to have to put my body on the line here and take a big hit and risk that to get this 1st. That's a big-time leadership play by the quarterback.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. And the Buckeyes will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They were trying to hit the corner on that loss, but the defense refused to lose contain. They'll try to move on from that 1st down play, 2nd and goal from the 12. Pressure coming. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Now on 3rd and goal, and that earlier sack left him with more ground to cover. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And we have... Give to the single back. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line.
And I think this offense is all but surrendered, right? Like they're down so much, they need to be throwing the football if they want to score a bunch of points to get back in this game. But they got to find something moving forward, man. This was a rough day. This was not a great offensive performance. They got to bounce back the next opportunity, the next moment, because today, it was not a good day.
We've seen a ton of this tonight. They just keep giving him the ball, and he keeps running into brick walls. Not much running room again. So after stumbling around a bit earlier this season, they put together 3 consecutive wins and seem to have righted the ship.
Dang right. How do you handle adversity? Every coach talks about that. They dealt with it now. They